don't you come back no more. Hit the road, Jack, and don't you come back no more, no more, no more, no more. Hit the road, Jack, and don't you come back no more. What you say?
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Cheyenne High School, home of your Cheyenne Mustangs, as the volleyball team does battle with the Rough Riders from Red River tonight. Here on this chilly Thursday night, I'm Tristan Murrock. Joined alongside me is Dan Wolf. Dan, tonight should be a good one. We got 5 versus 2.
5 versus 2 in the EDC, but Cheyenne coming in with the #1 ranking in the state, coming off of a nice win at Fargo South on Tuesday night, looking to, I think, remain sharp. You know, we talk a lot about playing your best volleyball, playing together the best you can as you get near the end of the season. We're finally at that point, and Cheyenne had a really quality win last time we had a broadcast, and they've continued to keep things rolling, and as we said, are up to that #1 ranking in the state. So it will be interesting to see what they do against the Rough Riders tonight.
So another major upset previously from the EDC standpoint, it's Shanley earning their first loss to West Fargo Horace.
Yeah, down 2-zip. Horace came back with the reverse sweep, takes them 3 in a row. Huge victory for the Horace program, and you know, regular season losses, you know, they come and go, and you deal with them and that sort of stuff. But, you know, you don't want to suffer too many of them late in the season. That starts casting doubt in your mind about maybe some of the things you're doing or how you're approaching things. And so that was ill-timed for Shanley, and Cheyenne with an opportunity to keep the heat on them in the EDC.
Shanley still keeping that first place. Right behind them, as you said, is Cheyenne, followed by Davies Horace, and then Red River, obviously. Looking at the last time these two teams faced was up in Grand Forest. Cheyenne took it home in the sweep, 25-14, 25-17, and 29-27 those sets went. So one thing to highlight on Red River is they will fight till the end. They keep their foot on the gas. They don't, you know, they don't let them walk away with anything. So maybe Newton has to keep that in mind tonight as we get set for this volleyball game. Another thing to highlight on Grand Forks Red River is number 22, Gabby Useldinger. Excuse me. Useldinger. As she has the height of 6'3" as a sophomore, so Cora Metcalf's going to have some challenge tonight.
Finally someone to look in the eye
in
for
a while.
Cora.
So another player just a quick touch on really quick this past Tuesday at South is Addie Kill. With a string of aces in set number 2, I believe she had like 6 or 7 aces in a row. Just a major pivot to stay in that set as the Bruins just barely taking that set 26-24. Easily the closest set of the night. So with that, we'll send it down to the PA announcer and be right back after national anthem and player introductions.
A few years ago, my hip was getting to the point where it was affecting my life. So then when I met you in the office, you listened to what I had to say.
My goal is to teach patients about their diagnosis, explain the treatment options so that they can make the decision that is best for them, because we don't just treat what an x-ray tells us.
Our goal is to get the best possible outcome for the patient. It's just a great feeling to know that you help that patient get back to doing the things they want to do.
And now I have a new hip that feels fantastic.
Tour the beautiful campus of North Dakota State University in Fargo. Learn about majors, scholarships, our free application process, and get a free t-shirt. Register now at ndsu.edu/visit.
One thing that I've always enjoyed about being a physician is just the patient and physician relationship.
Part of why I trusted him was because I felt more than just a patient.
We figured out the best situation for my injury, and we chose the one that would best fit me.
I'm a huge sports fan, have been my whole life and still am today. I have a strong desire to help people maintain their activity levels and to get back to doing the things that they are passionate about.
A few years ago, my hip was getting to the point where it was affecting my life. So then when I met you in the office,
Number 2, Gabby Wuseldinger, and number 44, Lizzie Coombs. The Riders are coached by Carolyn Olson. She's assisted by Katie Arthur, Jason Height, Amy Bushaw, and Kim Pauline.
Just a heads up, guys. They can hear you through that.
And now, starters for your Cheyenne Mustangs. Number 2, Abby Smith. Number 5, libero Bailey Dinger. Number 6, Alexa Caloran. Number 11, Maya Plato. Number 13, Cora Metcalf. Number 23, Michaela Amundsen. And number 25, Riley Bryant. Your Mustangs are coached by Leah Newton. She's assisted by Christina Lindmeyer, Kevin Bray, Katie Richardson, and Kesa Lundgren.
So as we come back from player introductions and anthem, Wolf, one thing I'm noticing is Riley Bryant's getting a start tonight for the Mustangs.
And we see Peyton Saxland in a walking boot. Had a little quick chance during player introductions to try and get a little intel on that. And as we understand, it was a sprained ankle in practice last night. Nothing serious. And certainly, I don't think this is any slight against the Riders, but if you have one of your major players that's injured, you want to make sure that she's right, and the information I was given is that she should be just fine by next week. I think the next match for the Mustangs is on Monday night against Fargo North here at Cheyenne, so giving Peyton 3, 4, 5 days to give it some rest, probably just out of an abundance of caution, being smart, because you certainly are going to want her at full strength as you're trying to make that run towards an EDC title and hopefully a chance at a state title.
So we are about set here.
So it will be interesting to see, does this affect Coach Newton's rotation scheme, the things that she would like to do tonight. Maybe has to go with a little bit different look. Maybe some people pick up some extra opportunities, or maybe some fewer opportunities, however they're going to do it. But I'm sure Coach Newton has a plan for how she wants to proceed tonight without Peyton Saxland on the floor.
Quick look around the league really quick before we get started here. South's at Davies, Devils Lake at Horace, North is at West Fargo High, Shanley is at Grand Forks Central, and then Oak Grove is at Valley City. And we are underway here in the Cheyenne High School Gymnasium. Good drop shot there by the Rough Riders. Cora Metcalf almost collected one there. Another drop shot. And Metcalf sends another one across. And that'll be a Mustang point. First point of the night goes to the Stangs.
Wow, and that was a long rally to start. Both teams looking sharp here early on tonight. That's one thing that I think we saw with the last opportunity or the last match that we saw, Tristan, was that Cheyenne against Horace played really, really well, played very strong, and didn't kind of seem to be moving past some of the inconsistencies, the poor passing, the poor communication that had plagued them in the home losses to both Shanley and Davies.
That's group serving for Red River now, and that'll be a point for the Mustangs off of Kaloran's kill.
Nice cross court find for Kaloran.
Maya Blado, first time serving tonight. Blado, another one of those strong servers coming out of the South game. So they traveled there on Tuesday. Got the win there in 4. That'll be a Rough Rider point off the tip.
Yeah, Bryant and Metcalf both there, but unable to get a clean block. And so Red River with an opportunity tied at 2 here early in the opening set.
F. Hazauer, the libero tonight for the Rough Riders, serving. That one's going to be sailed long. 3-2 Mustangs as we get 2 subs now. Bratton is in along with Badeau on to serve. Rough Riders with the drop shot. Bratton's there. Bryant just long. Olivia Bratton sticking to that varsity spot, probably proven some points as of lately for Coach Newton. Kills there. That one will drop on the Red River side.
Nice job by Kaloran. Good pass. Good finish by Kaloran. As we see Abby Smith re-enter the game here.
Kill off. Kaloran serving in a 4-3 set 1 here. Set all the way over by the Rough Riders. Block up front there, and they'll say net violation.
Looks like it. I noticed, Tristan, too, that Kaloran sporting a little tape on that right hand as well. It is that time of year where it seems like players start to get worn down a little bit. Some injuries start to linger, and it seems like everyone's dealing with a little bit of something.
So as you brought up the tape thing, that's another thing going into the South game. A lot of girls had their fingers taped up, and like you said, that it's the injury time of the season, you know.
It is. It's just, so many matches, and that's one big difference from most other sports. Volleyball, they play so many more matches than basketball does, or obviously than football does. And so regardless of the sport, that repetitiveness tends to, little things start hurting, and you play so frequently, they never have a chance to really kind of go away and you feel 100%.
Good block up front there as Dinger comes on to serve. Good placement there on that one as Badeau sets over to Bratton. Almost got one there. Long shot there. And Blado just
more of a push kill than anything else, but it got on the Red River defender so quickly that there wasn't a lot that they could do with it.
Dinger still serving here. Dinger, the libero, as of The libero gets an ace. Dinger holding that libero spot, what I was trying to say.
That was Bergeron, I think, that had trouble handling that one for Red River.
Nice attempt at a drop shot there. Dinger sets us over to Bratton with a long shot, and that'll be long. Panos on to serve now.
Oh, there's Useldinger.
There's a great block.
That is, you know, when you get probably Cheyenne, the only time they see something like that is in practice when you're going up against your teammate in Cora Metcalf. So that is something. We'll see if they, you know, attempt to kind of stay out of the middle while Useldinger is right there up front middle, and that time they go wide left.
Great.
Was that Broughton that killed that one?
Smith.
Abby Smith with that.
So Metcalf and Useldinger might have a little challenge with each other, as that was going to be a good drop shot down the line there as Metcalf.
Right on the line.
Right on.
Great job. Or
they called it out, but
wow.
Was a great place.
It looked like it was right on the line from my vantage point, but I'm old and can't see anything anymore, Tristan, so maybe that had something to do with it as well.
Byron serving now for the Rough Riders. She steps up, sets one over. Amundsen back to Metcalf with the drop shot, almost got it.
Whoa, yeah, I was going to say, Useldinger there all over the net with that little push, and
maybe
it will go back to Cheyenne.
Maybe a good thing, too, because Dinger kind of got handcuffed there off of the kill, I believe, or the attempted kill. Addie Kill serving now for the Mustangs. So that one will be dropped. Quick set to
Toledo, yeah.
I don't know what they're calling this.
Oh, boy.
I think they're going to discuss this one because...
Well, Kaloran's pleading her case, saying that
Newton believes it was
Toledo
tipped
it, and they're saying it went off of a Red River player. Now a lines official coming up, and here now we're going to have the conference here to talk about what everyone saw.
From our vantage point, it looked like it had tipped a Rough Rider on the way down.
Yep. Yeah, and they will correct it. Good job by the officials to discuss what they saw and what took place there. Always good to get it right.
So 9-7 or 10-7, excuse me, Mustang lead.
And I was going to say, very little argument as Effhauser couldn't handle the kill serve and the ace, but no argument from the Red River coach there. So, I think they got it right on that. That's one when you're the coach and it goes your way and you know it's wrong, you just you don't say anything, but when they correct it, you also don't say anything and go, yeah, that's what it should have been.
So this one gets over on a drop shot. Great dig out there by Kaloran. Metcalf with the quick set over, and it drops.
Wow.
Cora Metcalf.
Really good job. That was a great drop shot by Grube for Red River, and just Cheyenne not giving up on that point, and that's where that relentlessness really pays off for a team. You just don't quit on the ball until you know that it has touched the ground or it's out of bounds.
Addie Kill showing some strong serving, and great block up front there by Blado and Kaloran.
Yep. Useldinger had, it was set well, and she got the full swing into it, but just a better block at the net.
Addie Kill with another good serve. Amundsen over to Kaloran.
Oh,
great job there by the Mustangs. Gets over almost.
Almost a great job. there by Addie Kill from her knees. Did manage to get it over just outside the standard, so it will be a point to Red River, but
great job there by Coons for Red River.
Just both teams, not giving up on points, staying with it till the end.
That may have been.
Oh, boy. Looked like a couple of lifts maybe took place in
were...
there, but play continues.
Great recognition there by Metcalf, as that one's long. Mustangs collect another one here.
Oh, they're going to say that was touched by Cheyenne. Off the Coons kill there. So Grube with a chance to serve right
way long
on that.
Bryant in for Dinger. One thing I also noticed too at the South game, Riley Bryant really showing her power on Tuesday. Let's see if it transfers to tonight, as they'll award that a Mustang point, as they played that out really well after the whistle, but so Blado serving. As that one will go into the net. Dinger on for Blado now.
Say Dinger right back onto the floor.
As we'll see F. Hausauer serving for the Rough Riders. As that one is over to Kill. Back to Metcalf from Amundsen, and there's a kill.
Great job of getting it at its high point.
As we'll see Bratton along with, I believe, Badeau come in for Amundsen and Metcalf. Badeau serving. 16-9 Mustang lead. As great job there. That was Coons, I believe.
Yeah. And it doesn't feel like there should be a 7-point lead at this point. It's not that Cheyenne's gone on any big run or anything, but they're just being really consistent. When Red River gets an opportunity to serve, they're limiting them to that one opportunity. Good job right there by Bryant, I think, with the drop shot. Good recognition, and then when it's a side out to Cheyenne, they get a couple points, 3 points, and then, and that's going to put Red River in a bad spot. If you're trading 1 for 2 or 3 or 4 every time, that's really hard to stay in a set. That's good serve by Kalor in there.
Kalor, and that had some heat on it. Great job there. I believe that's Smith on the far side. Smith gets us back over. Red River with the drop shot. Great dig out there by Dinger. Kept alive. Still kept alive here. Bryant gets over to Bratton.
Now recover and get your spot. There it is.
Great block there by Bryant.
Wow, what a great sequence by the Mustangs. Everybody contributing. Dinger, I mean, how many times have we said great dig by Dinger this year? We can almost put that on a repeated loop of us saying that, but everybody contributing. No panic on the Mustangs, and just communicating well, and it ends up in a point.
F. Hausauer sends this one over to Badeau, to Bratton.
Really
Maybe
tough
a little
angle.
Mistimed, but it played out.
But a really tough angle, too, with that right hand going cross court, because that was right up by the net, but really good body control by Bratton there to finish that one off.
So we'll see Kaloran still serve here,
and
great ace.
So 10-point lead, no timeout from the Red River bench yet. But this is not the start that they were hoping for, I'm sure.
Kaloran serve. Right to F. Hausauer, gets over, and that one's wide and long.
A little too much on that one by Grube. And just Red River looks a little rattled right now, like they're just not getting opportunities for clean shots like they would want. They're just not passing crisply and not getting the offense going. Oh, little drop
light.
serve by Kaloran there, hoping to catch him off guard. A little too light.
So Coach Olson from Red River maybe having some words here coming up after this first set, as we'll see Kuhn's first time serving here tonight.
Kai Ray on, and she can't handle that. Great serve and an ace. I think that was Kuhn's there that's serving for Red River. They could really use a run right now of some points here.
Kuhn's having some really good placement and power on those serves, just the right amount as that one drops for the Mustangs. As Blado comes back in for Bryant, Dinger on to serve. Dinger gets her serve over. Drop shot there. Bratton down and
right
hard.
down the line.
Great power there by Olivia Bratton.
Impressive power for a freshman. And Dinger with an opportunity to serve out the opening set here.
Dinger almost like a drop shot type serve there. As Badeau gets us over to Bratton for a drop shot, kept alive by the Rough Riders.
Great
Over,
block
blocked up front, kept alive.
Hauser, good job.
Smith almost collected one there. Drop shot, and that'll be a net
That's
violation.
Yep.
I don't think it was a net violation. May have been a lift on the Mustangs. Looked like there was a net violation there on Red River for a second. But
Does keep the Riders alive here in the opening set. But there's that running kill that Blado's so good at. And now set point.
Amundsen on to serve. Amundsen, another one of those girls you tend to see serving nowadays for the Mustangs. Coming out of South as well as the Fargo North invite. That's handled there by Coons, gets across, and that'll be just wide.
And that'll
so the
be
Mustangs
the set, yeah.
take set one, 25-13. Maybe not the exact start Red River wanted, but go from there, I guess. As we'll take a short break, folks, and be right back. Don't go anywhere. Stay tuned for set number 2.
Discover the experience that awaits you at North Dakota State University. Join the Bison family where connections run deep, from the classroom to the field and beyond. Build an exciting career with the help of industry-leading faculty. Tap into the power of the herd and make unforgettable memories in Fargo, one of the best college towns in the Midwest. Don't wait. Find your adventure at North Dakota State University.
One thing that I've always enjoyed about being a physician is just the patient and physician relationship.
Part of why I trusted him was because I felt more than just a patient.
We figured out the best situation for my injury, and we chose the one that would best fit me.
I'm a huge sports fan, have been my whole life and still am today. I have a strong desire to help people maintain their activity levels and to get back to doing the things that they are passionate about.
I didn't know that I'd play football. I didn't know I'd go pro. I didn't even know if I'd get game time or score a touchdown. But there's one thing I always knew. That I'd never give up.
So shoulder pain is one of the most common things I see. When Linda came in, she complained of pain in both her shoulders.
You did all the work on the left one, and by the time I had the second one done, I could do anything I wanted to do.
Shoulder replacement, the whole point of that is really to get rid of the pain and get you back to doing normal things again.
You listened to what I wanted, and it worked out great.
We were a good team.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, I think so.
I didn't know.
Welcome back, folks, as we come back for set number 2 here in this matchup between the Red River Rough Riders and your Cheyenne Mustangs. The Mustangs taking set 1, 25-13. But Dan, you know, one of those things we talked about in the pregame was Grand Forks Red River is known to fight for it. As we'll see what Coach Olson draws up here.
Yeah, I would. Red River has a proud history, and they've had a lot of success in the past with their program. I just thought it was a really solid opening set by Cheyenne. Nothing that was spectacular in that we saw something that we don't normally see. It was just a very workmanlike effort. They kind of punched the clock and did what they needed to do. What I particularly liked for Cheyenne was they didn't beat themselves. No unforced errors, no reckless shots, just keeping that constant pressure on Red River and forcing them to come up with an answer, and Red River just struggled with that in the opening set. So we'll see if Red River was able to make some adjustments on how they want to approach set number 2, or if Cheyenne can just kind of keep running this the way they have been.
So another thing I'm also kind of noticing with the Rough Riders right now is they don't have a lot of movement in their rotation. As you see, Coons and F. Hazauer staying on the floor for the Rough Riders this entire game so far as they collect the first point of set number 2.
Yeah, it hasn't been a very deep bench for Red River tonight, that's for sure. And we've seen from Cheyenne really kind of what we would expect a normal with, minus Saxland, but Broughton has done a nice job of filling in for her. There's another great dig by Dinger.
Set over to Coons. Gets it across. Badeau back to Metcalf. Drops. Maybe a little behind her on that one, but it played out.
Yeah, it was a little, but she still got enough on that it was too hard for Red River to handle.
Great recognition there by Metcalf to stop and kind of hold it for a second. Almost one of those football plays, Might have to stop or slow down a little bit and just go from there as Addie Kill gets an ace.
Heffhauser just can't handle that.
So Addie Kill with her third ace on the night, I believe. Second ace. And she'll collect the third ace. Great job there.
Just kind of that serve into no man's land that back row isn't sure how they should handle that one. Do you pick that, do you take that upright, or do you try and dig that one from down below?
Addie Kill almost handcuffed F. Hazauer there. Dinger set back to Killorn. Almost got down. That one's just going to be a little short there by number 12, Carson Grube. So Grube maybe just with the mistime jump there gives the Mustang point. Mustangs lead 4-1 as Addie Kill just barely goes long on that.
Heffhauser on to serve.
F. Hazauer just wide on that. Would have been a great spot, but.
Yeah, and that, if Red River continues to find themselves down, it's tempting to now start going for bigger shots, painting lines, things like that, and probably not what you want to do. But it feels like their normal offense, the types of shots that they're looking to get off, the passes It's just not being successful right now. Cheyenne is kind of having their way and has an answer at this point. There's another good serve that just kind of eats up the second roll.
Metcalf and Bryan collect another one there.
Useldinger's going to send that one into the net in a quick 5-point lead.
Blado still serving for the Mustangs. Mustangs with the 7-2 lead now here in set number 2. As this is set over to Coons, blocked up front there, I believe mostly by Bryant or Metcalf. As Maya Blado collects an ace.
And there's the timeout.
There's the timeout from
Coach
Red River.
Olson, yeah.
So 9-2 Mustang lead here in set number 2. Coach Olson taking her first timeout, maybe finally seeing that thing that she didn't like. Maybe just couldn't put a finger on it earlier or something of the sorts.
Well, and, you know, Tristan, these are big matches for both teams, obviously. But Red River's in that 5 spot right now. But in EDC standings, they're only a game back on Horace. And it's those top 4 seeds that don't have to worry about a play-in match on that first Saturday of the EDC tournament. And so you really got to want to get into that top 4 because you know you don't have to worry about that play-in seed. You can let people rest. You can let people get healthy. And then when you do play that second round or the opening round, you get to host. And so that's really important. So if you're 4 or 5, right now, if this were that night, Red River would have to travel to Horace, where Horace, you know, obviously flipped around, would have to travel to Red River, and you would want to be able to have the home court advantage for that round before the tournament moves to a different site.
Metcalf pops this one up for Badeau, gets over to Killorn,
Wow.
down. Alexa Killorn collects a kill. So 10-2 Mustang lead here. Maybe not seeing quite the bite out of the Rough Riders tonight so far. As Kuhn, excuse me, that wasn't Kuhn's, that was Berg.
Yeah, Berg just had that rejected and no one in the back row, and suddenly it's a 9-point lead.
So Blado kind of paving the way here in set number 2 so far off of her serves. Metcalf and Bryan almost with the block up front, kind of handcuffs them there, and Metcalf just tried to dodge that one out of the way. As we'll see Dinger come on for Blado.
And to this point in the season, Tristan, it's been one of those things where you feel like, wow, there's maybe 4 or 5 teams that could say they have a legitimate shot in their mind of winning the EDC tournament and you know, taking one of those top seeds at state. Cheyenne obviously is number 1 in the state, and it's been those crossover and tournaments that where they've really shined, as that one's going to go wide.
Great attempt there by Johnson to take that one out.
But, you know, we've seen Cheyenne lose to Shanley. We saw them lose to Davies here on their home court. So I think there's a lot of teams that feel like, hey, if we play like we're capable of, we have a chance. And Cheyenne, obviously, just trying to maybe find that separator. If they can get into that next gear, as we see Brindley Richmond on to serve, can we get to that next gear and just kind of separate ourselves from the group a little bit?
Richmond set that one back to Killorn, couldn't collect. As that one sent over.
Good quick set, but
I believe that's Kill in the backfield there. It is. As Coons will serve again now. Killorn up to Dinger.
Yeah, that one you just got to get over. That was unable to pass that to the setter and have a chance, as we see Groob just put that one into the net. So as the 9-point lead continues, I wonder if, you know, we'll maybe see Coach Newton start to give some players a little bit opportunity to see some playing time tonight, as we've seen Richmond come on the floor. Good job right
Great tip there by Bryant.
Yeah, Bryant and Smith just in the right spot. That one's going to sail long.
Got some power on that one, too much to handle, as Kaya Ray will come back in for Killorn. Shea Pano serving as
that one kind of tied up Dinger a little bit there. Certainly Peyton Saxland wishing she could be out on the floor tonight, but probably very happy that the Mustangs are having an easy go of it to this point, as that one will sail long. Activities Director James Moe showing off the hands over there and the cat-like quickness. As Zeiss.
So Useldinger will come on the floor for the Rough Riders now, as that one's set back to F. Hosauer.
That was
and
actually
Bratton have some power on that one for a kill.
That was actually a good job by Byron there. She was trying to get in position, and the way that came off of the return of the serve, she had to kind of almost self-defense, save that back into play, but ultimately ends up as a point for Cheyenne anyway.
Dinger almost collected an ace there, blocked up front, believed by Zeiss and Smith. So it's Zeiss, Smith, and Bratton up front. Richmond, Ray, and Dinger in the backfield.
Good placement there.
The Rough Riders.
I think that was Byron there that just placed it absolutely perfectly, and Kaya Ray couldn't get to that.
Byron on to serve.
Down 10 here, 17-7. Red River needs a spark at some point.
Showing a little more.
Going to say Richmond was in the net on that one, but little delayed call.
Showing a little more rotation throughout the Rough Riders here in set number 2. Still kind of sticking with those top 5 though. As it seems, Bratton just got that one over, as that one's going to be a net violation on number 22, Gabby Useldinger.
And we're going to see Addie Boyev make her first appearance of the night. So Coach Newton is going to get some people on the floor, as it is comfortable right now at 18-8. And Red River's going to take a quick timeout. So we'll go ahead and do the same. We'll be right back. Cheyenne up 1-0 and up 18-8 in set 2.
Discover the experience that awaits you at North Dakota State University. Join the Bison family, where connections run deep, from the classroom to the field and beyond. Build an exciting career with the help of industry-leading faculty. Tap into the power of the herd and make unforgettable memories in Fargo, one of the best college towns in the Midwest. Don't wait. Find your adventure at North Dakota State University. Tour the beautiful campus of North Dakota State University in Fargo. Learn about majors, scholarships, our free application process, and get a free t-shirt. Register now at ndsu.edu/visit.
If you're thinking about growing your family someday, we'd like to remind you of one simple thing. Babies bring us joy.
Welcome back, folks, for set number 2 here in the Cheyenne High School Gymnasium. Mustangs taking set 1 up 18-19 to 8. Correction in set number 2, as Addie Boyev sees some playing time here, as Coach Newton believes in a comfortable lead here right now, as Badeau sends one over. And that's a good point there by the Rough Riders, just barely getting that one over. I believe that was number 12 Grube.
As we look around the EDC, Tristan, the only other scores that have been updated at this point, Davies leads South 1-0. They took the first set, and Horace did the same to Devils Lake.
Smith up to Badeau. Back and not quite net violation on the Rough Riders, I'm assuming. Not quite sure who that was in the backfield. That was Addy Boyev, excuse me.
Hey fans, discover the experience that awaits at North Dakota State University. Join the Bison community where connections run deep from the classroom to the field and beyond. Engage with faculty and industry experts and create unforgettable memories in Fargo, one of the best college towns in the Midwest. See for yourself. Schedule a tour at ndsu.edu/visit.
Kill on to serve. Kaloran also back on the floor. Over to Kaloran. Back to Badeau. Gets to Zeiss. Kaloran blocked up front, and that'll be a Rough Rider point.
Yeah, I think just
as
ended up out of bounds on that one.
I think her block went maybe on the left side of the marker. As F. Hassauer gets an ace. Dinger gets this one over. Oh. Good attempt there by Kill to dig that one out, but just doesn't collect as the Mustangs with a lead of 8 now. So we see F. Hassauer serving still. Gets back to Boyev. Boyev kept alive. Gets over to Kaloran with the drop shot. It drops.
Great job.
Bryant coming on for Dinger now.
I'm going to give a shout out, Tristan, to some Grand Forks fans watching Grand Forks. Josh Sitchie, former Grand Forks Central Boys golf coach. Awfully disappointed that he wasn't enough of a fan to make the trip here on his own, but we are certainly pleased that he knows where to get good coverage of high school action, and that's Mustang Media. So thanks for watching, Josh.
Great recognition there by the Riders. So Noon maybe getting into some dangerous territory as the Rough Riders are coming back up. I don't know if my voice sounds echoey right now, but Wolf just unplugged our system.
No, Wolf just plugged the system in.
Oh. Okay, so hopefully that sounds a little better for you guys as
job by Boyev and Bryant up front. Up 9.
Coons tried to get that one over. As Brindley Richmond will come on to serve. Boyev off, and Bratton back on. Richmond with a good serve on that. Gets back to Coons, gets over. Richmond back to Kaloran, and that one drops for him. 23-13, Mustang lead here. Late end to set number 2 as Brindley Richmond might have the chance to serve this one out. As
good job by Red River to keep that alive.
Handcuffed the receiver there first, and that one just.
What a great push shot by Kaloran, knowing that back corner was open, just far enough out of the reach of the Riders, setting up a set point here for Brindley Richmond.
Richmond, a 5'10 freshman, coming in. Great serve there, kept alive. Kuhn sends one over. Collected by Kill in the backfield, over to Bratton with the power. Olivia
That'll
Bratton.
be set number 2.
Takes set number 2 for the Mustangs. Another 25-13 set. Mustangs lead 2-0 and we'll take a short break and be right back. Don't go anywhere, folks. Come back for set number 3.
Our health. It's what keeps us doing what we love. It keeps our communities strong. So, how are you doing? There's no easier way to take care of yourself than checking in with us, your primary care team at Essentia Health. In person or online, we offer scheduling and appointment options that fit your life. We'll care for you today and keep an eye on things for the future, and if needed, get you back on track. So take some time to connect with us, because it's always good to check in.
So shoulder pain is one of the most common things I see. When Linda came in, she complained of pain in both her shoulders.
You did all the work on the left one, and by the time I had the second one done, I could do anything I wanted to do.
Shoulder replacement, the whole point of that is really to get rid of the pain and get you back to doing normal things again.
You listened to what I wanted, and it worked out great.
We were a good team.
Yes, yes, I think so.
One thing that I've always enjoyed about being a physician is just the patient and physician relationship.
Part of why I trusted him was because I felt more than just like a patient.
We figured out the best situation for my injury, and we chose the one that would best fit me.
I'm a huge sports fan, have been my whole life and still am today. I have a strong desire to help people maintain their activity levels and to get back to doing the things that they are passionate about.
Discover the experience that awaits you at North Dakota State University. Join the Bison family where connections run deep, from the classroom to the field and beyond. Build an exciting career with the help of industry-leading faculty. Tap into the power of the herd and make unforgettable memories in Fargo, one of the best college towns in the Midwest. Don't wait. Find your adventure at North Dakota State University.
Welcome back, folks, for set number 3 here in the Cheyenne High School Gymnasium. I'm Tristan Mark. Joined alongside me is Dan Wolf. Dan, this last set, or this possible last set, should be a good one here.
Well, Cheyenne has just played super consistently so far tonight, not beating themselves, just consistently keeping heat on Red River, and Red River struggled to keep up with that. We'll see if Red River can put something together here and snag a set and maybe put some heat back on the Mustangs. But to start things, it has been all Cheyenne to this point tonight. We want to thank Essentia Health for being the proud sponsor of our Cheyenne High School's Mustang Media team and this broadcast. Essentia Health, care close to home.
Fans, we'd like to remind you also that the Cheyenne Mustangs football team goes up north to take on the Pack from West Fargo tomorrow night at 7 o'clock. They are also doing, I believe, a charity event there, so be sure to make that one if you can. We'd also like to remind you that next week we are back here in the gym on Monday when Fargo North comes to take on the Mustangs, and then Tuesday, so back-to-back days, when the Grand Forks Central Knights come here to take on your Mustang volleyball team. As the Mustangs collect.
Could be a busy week next week. Are we looking at the possibility of a Friday football broadcast as well?
I believe so. Me and Evan Tigenson were actually talking about that yesterday, I believe, and the fact that if we thought they took a week off before playoffs or if they just take the week off before the bowl game.
Yeah, I think it rolls right into it. So if that's the case, we at Mustang Media will do what we can to host as many or to broadcast as many events as possible when Cheyenne is the home team. So that's why it's so important to like and subscribe and all the other things that you kids tell people to do these days, because that tells you when we're going live and gives you our broadcast schedule. But for sure we're here Monday night, Tuesday night for volleyball back-to-back against Fargo North and Grand Forks Central.
Great quick set there by Amundsen. As the Rough Riders collected, and Blado just sends that one into the net, so it'll be a 3-2 set here as of right now. I believe either way we are at home for football next week. It's just dependent on who. Looking at standings, I believe we hold the 1 seed right now coming off of the Davies win.
Correct.
So I believe we'll face the
should be the 4 seed from the West.
4 seed from the West.
And I think football is one of those that kind of has been the way that volleyball has looked to this point, in that I think there's 4 or 5 teams that feel like they legitimately, if they play well, have a chance to run the table and find themselves at the Fargo Dome and winning a state championship in football. We've seen Cheyenne and Davies from the East put it together impressive victories, and we've seen Mandan, Century, Bismarck High, and Minot all be ranked at some point. So should be an exciting season of playoff football this fall in Class 3A.
So right now, Minot, Mandan, Bismarck Century, and Bismarck are your top 4 out of the West in that order. Minot being undefeated right now in conference play, as Badeau collects a block on that one.
And we're only about, 2 or 3 weeks away from postseason volleyball as well.
Yep.
Hard to believe it. It seems like only in the last week or two that we were doing our first broadcast of the year of a volleyball match, and here we are about 2/3 or 3/4 of the way through the season.
The Central game next week is also a 2-point match, I believe, here on Tuesday, as Richmond collects an ace.
Correct.
So the Mustangs take an 8-2 lead here. Once again, not quite seeing that shark bite from the Rough Riders tonight, as they have been known to do and keep alive in all 3 sets. As Kaloran gets this one over. That one set back, almost attempted drop shot there.
Grube trying for a drop shot and just hits net. And a 9-2 lead, and Red River just doesn't seem to, I don't know if it's they're just not sharp enough or not enough fire tonight, but they're finding themselves in a deep hole in a must-win situation here.
Set back, Richmond
Great
quick set over.
Quick set, but not quite good. F. Hauser saves it.
Bratton with the drop shot. Good dig out there by Dinger. Bratton just has to pop that one over, as this one's another drop shot. Dinger kept alive. Richmond back to Smith, I believe. Or no, Kaloran.
That's one that's disheartening for Red River. We saw easily their best kill attempt of the night, coming with power, and Cheyenne manages to handle it. And after a little bit of a rally, ends up collecting the point, and Red River just struggling with that tonight. As Grube's going to send that one long.
So
we're going to see Flanagan for the first time for Red River. 5'10" junior.
Flanagan gets her first action tonight, too, off the serve.
I was going to say, welcome to the show.
Richmond to Dinger. Over to Bratton.
Oh, that
one just a mistimed jump possibly there, as she just sends that one straight into the net.
We're going to see Panos here with the serve.
Dinger over to Richmond. Back to Bratton with the long shot. Another.
That's 2 in a row. Just kind of, I think, lost court awareness. Wasn't quite understanding how deep she was, how far from the net.
Maybe a little late release on the attempt, as Richmond sets us back to Kaloran, and Kaloran will collect. Alexis Kaloran.
Really good on that right side tonight. We normally see her a lot on the left, but right outside hitter tonight, really doing a nice job over on that side. as I think we have everyone maybe adjusting a little bit without Peyton Saxland on the floor. Sign of a good team when you can have players that, you know, can adjust and be adaptable and play multiple positions, as we see Broughton get that one sent back her way.
Quick set over. Kept alive. F. Hausauer tipped that one up.
That was Flanagan that tried the drop shot, and that was into the net as well. So it remains a 9-point lead for Cheyenne here, up 2-0, as they're making quick work of Red River at this point.
F. Hausauer keeps that one alive.
There's a good drop shot.
Drop shot there. But number 24, Berg, as Dinger almost tried for that backhand save there, just couldn't collect.
Century up 1-0. Davies and South knotted at 1. Legacy leads Jamestown 1-0. As some scores are coming in, Valley City leads Oak Grove 1-0, and Horace is up 2-0 on Devils Lake. Around the state,
Baylor Dinger serving now. And Blado, confusion there.
That's a point to Cheyenne.
There were like multiple net violations on that.
I thought Blado might have been in the net on that, but as it ends up, it's a point and
Dinger
then an
with
ace.
an ace.
And so the lead stretched to 11. Wondering if we're going to see some players from Coach Newton, some other players, or she's going to stick with that core rotation. As Dinger, another good serve. Good quick set
there.
Wow.
Number 15, that was Byron.
Bergeron, really good job of disguising that, looking like it was a full set, and just really caught the Mustangs flat-footed on that. No one ready for that quick set.
So Richmond sets this one over to Smith, drops on the Rough Rider side, as the Mustangs kind of running away with this one. 17-6 here in set number 3, as Addie Boyeff gets some more playing time now alongside Dinger, Smith, Blado, Kaloran, and Amundsen, as Amundsen sends that one straight into the net. So the Rough Riders will reduce it down to a 10-point lead here, as number 15, Emerson Byron, serves for the Riders. Kaloran set over to Amundsen, gets to Blado. Great job there by Kuntz, great dig by Dinger, as Kaloran now gets this one over. Kuntz once again. Great kill there by Maya Blado.
That quick set to Blado that she's so good at, as we're going to see Kill come on to serve. Up 11 points in set 3 and up 2-0 in sets for the Mustangs.
Great job there. That was
Usseldinger with a really nice job. Not so much the dropping the hammer, but just enough pace and good placement that Cheyenne could not return that, and Kuntz on to serve.
And we get a Rough Rider point off
I think a violation for Cheyenne on the return there.
Wasn't set, maybe?
Coach Newton asked for some clarification and says, okay.
There's not much care at this point, I believe, out of the arguments, as Kaloran gets this one across. F. Hausauer gets it over. Kalorn down. Great stop there by the libero. Boyef over to Blado. Gets over eventually. Kept alive.
Oh.
That one just kind of a turn for Useldinger. Caught her a little weird.
Yeah, that was, really good rally by Red River there. Great dig out on that kill by Kalorn by Effhauser, but just unfortunately Red River couldn't extend the point. And at 19-9, Kaya Ray on to serve.
Good serve there by Ray. As this one gets across, almost kept alive by the Mustangs as Kill was in chase. That was Flanagan on the kill. Effhauser serving now. Kalorn kept it alive. Gets back to her, and that one's a kill. Finds the right spot at the right time.
Bratton and Richmond on the two freshmen. Three freshmen on the, Brian's sophomore.
That's an ace.
That is.
They'll just let that one go. Mustangs take 21-10 point lead here. Set number 3. Mustangs taking the first two sets, both 25-13. As we'll get a change out of the Rough Riders as Coons comes out along with number 25 London Flanagan and
Gia Lima and who is
Anderson, I believe,
Anderson, yes.
come in. As that one's just long. Anderson, good recognition there. Pano serving. Kalorn kept it alive. Gets over to Bratton with the power, and once again.
No, they're going to.
Net violation?
Yeah, they're going to say just underneath there as she came down. Really good job of attacking the net there, but just too far as she attacked. Got under the neck, broke the plane, so to speak, there. And so the Riders pick up a point as they try to stay in set number 3 and avoid the sweep tonight.
Pano still serving here. Gets over to Bratton with the long shot. That one's long. So 21-13 now Mustangs against the Riders. Mustangs winning here in set number 3. They took the first two sets, both 25-13 as Pano still serving. Richmond will set back to Kalorn and collect a kill. Smith comes on for kill as Kalorn serving now for the Mustangs, hoping to finish this one out. Keep it alive, or kept it alive, excuse me.
As Lima couldn't quite handle that, wanted to go cross court with it, just not high enough, not enough on there, as Cheyenne's now 2 points away from closing out the sweep.
Kalorn up to Richmond, back to Smith, and just wide there. As the Riders will see some points here. Kept alive by Kalorn. Got to Ray Bryant with the missed time jump. So just got to keep the foot on the gas for both sides right now as we see Gia Lima serving now.
Good reaction by Ray there.
Richmond back to Bryant on that one. Passed over. Richmond. Bryant,
good adjustment. Great adjustment by Riley Bryant. That pass led her too far, and just a quick touch puts it down on the Red River side and brings up match point for Baylor Dinger. Really good adjustment by Riley Bryant on that set.
Baylor Dinger, a chance to serve it out. Kept alive off the serve. Drop shot, Richmond kept alive. Dinger set back to Bratton. Little drop shot there from long range. Killorn in the backfield over to Richmond, down to Smith, and that's a kill for the win. Abby Smith collects the win for the Mustangs. The Mustangs taking set 3, 25-15. Also taking the first 2 sets, 25-13. And that'll wrap this one up.
Really efficient job by the Mustangs tonight. Playing without Peyton Saxelin, just really efficient. Great passing. Nice job, good chemistry with everyone who maybe had to play a little bit different role because of the change tonight, and really kept the heat on Red River all night. Red River just struggled with staying in matches or in sets. They kind of hung in there at the beginning and then just kind of struggled as the set went along. And so Cheyenne walks out with a sweep tonight. They're going to stay on the heels of Shanley here in the EDC. They still have a match coming up, I believe.
Shanley is playing Grand Forks Central right now.
Right, but I'm saying Cheyenne and
Cheyenne.
Do they still have one more against Shanley?
I don't believe so. If so, it is the last Thursday, October 31st on Halloween. They are at Shanley.
I thought they had one more chance, and that'd be a chance to try and pull even. For Red River, we said they're in that 5 spot, trying to hang in, trying to get in that top 4 as they were a game behind Horace, and Horace looks like they're going to win tonight against Devil's Lake, so that's going to put Red River 2 down to Horace, and this is that time of year that you really can't afford to let anything bad happen or let off the gas, because if you do, it could really hurt your postseason chances or put you in a position that you don't want to be in.
Some updates around the league really quick. South and Davies are tied at 1 apiece in sets. Devil's Lake and Horace leads the Firebirds 2-0. North and West Fargo High. North leads that one 1-0. Shanley and Central. Shanley is up 1-0. And then Oak Grove and Valley City. Valley City leads that one 25-17, coming off of set number 1, and they lead that one 1-0. So that about wraps up this broadcast. Wolf, anything to add on?
Well, I think Cheyenne's finding themselves that they're hitting their groove at the time they want to, and I think Coach Newton has kind of settled on those rotations that she's looking for, and things do look to be going and trending in that right direction. You're looking to make sure everyone stays healthy at this time, and you continue to play sharp as you're heading towards tournament time. We'll see them with an opportunity to keep things going Monday and Tuesday with broadcasts against Fargo North on Monday and Central on Tuesday. And as you mentioned, that big Halloween matchup over at the Deacon Gym. Yeah. So, nothing's settled for sure at this point, but certainly Cheyenne has to be considered one of those favorites to win not only the EDC, but to challenge for a state championship. It would be the 3rd in a row for the Mustangs if they were able to pull that off, but I know Coach Newton wouldn't want to be talking about that now. She just probably is saying we want to be ready for our next match, and that's against the Spartans on Monday.
Just a quick reminder, too, fans, it is rivalry night tomorrow night up at the West Fargo High School, where the Mustang football team takes on the Packers. So be sure to get to that one if you can. I believe they will also be streaming that one either on WDAY or Packer Television. So that about wraps up this broadcast. So for everyone up here in the booth, I'm Tristan Murock.
I'm Dan Wolf.
Good night, folks.